Hi, this is Don Most, and you're listening to The Forum with Jim and Florence.
Hi, everyone. This is Jim Jax, and welcome to The Forum. And I'm here with my partner in crime, the great Florence Carmela. How are you, Florence?
I'm doing great, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Boy, I'm looking at all the people and all the incredible, every day I'm getting 20, 30, 40 DMs from people with ideas and with thank yous for all of our shows. So we thank you all for listening to our shows. We're getting more and more entertaining as time goes on. Greater guests. It's just an incredible time. We're so appreciative. And also all the things that we're doing online on Twitter and on Instagram. We just thank you all. One of the big parts of that is Florence. And Florence, boy, the response has been amazing this year so far.
Yes, it has. I'm so over the moon. I'm just sometimes speechless at all the amazing things that have happened, just all the people that have embraced us, embraced our YouTube channel, all the positive comments and views. And again, we've got some amazing people on our team. We have some great new podcasts that are doing really well, some great new hosts and amazing authors, just like the lady that we'll be speaking with today. She's one of the reasons that our network is thriving and doing so well. Our author, Miss Frankie Williams. Hi, Frankie.
Hello. How is everyone this evening? I'm so glad to be here.
We are
Thank
very
you.
good. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it, Frankie? Author Frankie Williams.
Yes, it does. It does. It's still a shock, but it sounds good.
It's true. You have had such an amazing ride this last year. And why don't we, last time we talked about some of the great things that were happening around you. Let's get in the meat and potatoes of your book. What was the inspiration of your book?
My daughter passed May 1st, 2019, and she was the actual inspiration behind it. She was the reason.
Now, what was her name, and where did you get her name? Who did you name her, or did you guys do a team effort?
Well, I named her. Her name is Shantae. She has a twin brother named Sean. And actually, I got her name from the Mickey Mouse Club I used to watch.
The Mickey Mouse Club. I once named a car due to the Mickey Mouse Club. But what Mickey Mouse Club episode or show got you the name Shantae?
Oh, God. I don't know which one it was, but I used to watch the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse growing up. And there was this girl on there. Her name was Shantae, and I just loved that name. And I wanted my mom to let me change my name to that. She would let me.
Well, I'm glad you didn't like the name Cubby, because that would have been a different story. But now, when did you first start thinking of writing a book when she passed, sadly? When was the first time that you really thought to yourself, I got to put this inspirational story and how I feel into a book?
Well, losing a child is really hard. I can't even really put that pain into words, but I was grieving so much, and I was trying to, anything, just looking for something. So I was listening to a song that was done by Craig Morgan about his son that passed, and I started a grief group, actually, trying to relieve my grief that way. But after listening to that song, and I was just thinking, like, I really just want to. I remember her wanting to be a mermaid, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to write her. I'm going to make her a mermaid, something she always wanted, and that's how I ended up doing the book. Grief, really, but that's how it all started.
Where did you get the name Merdragon?
Well, at 6 years old, I asked her what she wanted to be when she grew up, and she said a mermaid, and I was like, well, you can't be a mermaid. She said, why not? I said, because you just can't. And she said, well, you said I could be anything. I'm like, oh, my God. Yeah, that's true. I said, okay, all right, mermaid. And then she said that she was going to be a mermaid. Her twin brother was going to be a dragon. So I just put them together, and that's how I got the name of Merdragon.
Very cool. Now, tell us a couple things about Shantae, just some individual things about her personality, some things that she liked to do. Why don't you talk about her?
Okay, well, she loved family. That was her main thing in life. She loved us all, and we loved her.
Mm-hmm.
Her and her twin brother were close, and we did a lot. We laughed a lot. Our family, we just laughed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We had a good time together, and she was stubborn. I'll tell you that. She could be very stubborn, and the one thing she always ate that I just couldn't understand was pistachios. Oh my God, she ate those things, and sometimes I thought she ate them because she knew I didn't like them. So every time I went to the store, she said, "Mom, can you bring me some pistachios?" I'm like, "Oh my God, why?" But I always got them.
Those are good. Love pistachios.
She loved those things. So now every time it's hard now to look at a bag of pistachios without, just tearing up a little bit sometimes. But
Sure.
She loved those. She really did. She was a fun person. She loved life. She really did.
Now, think of her. It's such it's obviously a very sad story, but her life was not a sad one. Her life was a life of inspiration, fun, and smiles. And what kind of feelings would you like people to feel about your daughter in regards to the book and the things that you tried to say in the book?
Well, I guess what I was trying to say in the book is she had a dream, and I did not tell her that she could not accomplish anything. Mm-hmm. So she always thought, hey, I could really be a mermaid. So, hey, if that made her happy, it made me happy.
That's right.
The only thing about her that I've never really discussed is that she was slightly mentally challenged, but she was a very good person, very good person.
She sounds like she was a doll, like just such a sweetheart.
She was, and she loved children. She was a good all-around sweetheart.
And I have to say, I feel like you put her personality into that book, because the way you're describing her is what I was feeling reading your book. Like the way you're
her.
It's exactly the character. I mean, it's exactly what you're describing. And that shows such talent. You have amazing talent, because to be able to put that into words and to make it into a story and develop the characters and to get that feeling. I mean, to me, I feel
I'm amazed myself.
You were always an author. You were always an author at heart, even though, because I remember when we first met and you and I first talked, you said, "I'm not an author." It's one of the first things you said to me. You thought, I think maybe you always were, but you just never knew it, because it's not easy to transfer or translate that type of feeling and that type of sadness into a story the way you did. But it was such a happy, uplifting story. And like I said, you put the essence of your child in there. Like you really.
I actually, when I read it, I actually feel the same way you feel. I actually feel like, this is her, and that's what it was meant to be. It was meant to be her, and I feel great about the fact that I was able to do that. But
that's a talent.
Everybody, a lot of people I've spoken to that have read the book, it seems like each person that I've spoken to all get a different thing from the story. So it's kind of amazing to listen to what they got out of it, because it's fine. But it's just amazing to hear the differences. It is.
Yeah, I think the difference is the level of writing is very excellent. It's very good. And I think what people get is when something happens bad or something like this, and you start telling a story that's inspired by it, a lot of times it touches people in different ways, and different people will see things sad. Some will see it as opportunity or opportunity to do better. And I think that's what's so much fun with your book, and it makes it passionate. It makes it personal for each reader, and I think that's what's really unique about your writing. It's not like, oh boy, we all feel sad and then it's a bad story. No, it's different for different people. It's inspiring. It's fun. It's funny. We see ourselves
funny in there.
Yeah, and we see some of the things in ourselves. We could be stubborn, or we could, want things that we're probably never going to have, that are just dreams. But it's just, I think that's why it's so much fun to read. And I think you've really captured an audience, because a lot of people have said, every time we put up a post on YouTube or somewhere else, there's a big audience that says, boy, I want to know more. I want to know more. And I'm glad that we're getting to that point where you feel comfortable that you could go on and do more stories, because I think that's what people really want to see.
The thing about the Merdragon, it was actually supposed to be a short story book for children, because my thinking was children are not going to sit down and read a long book, so it's going to be a short book. And it ended up going into a different place for me. Sure. And so I made it a little longer than it was supposed to be, and then now I'm coming out with another part to it that really wasn't supposed to be. But I'm glad that I'm doing it.
I'm really excited because I know that you're working on a second too. And I know you had told me when we had talked before that people were asking for a part 2.
Yes.
So without giving a lot away, or I know you don't want to do that because that's the hard thing doing book reviews, not give away the plot or the story, but definitely give us a little bit of a little taste of what to expect in the second book.
Well, the second book, it reveals a lot. You have a few people, or I guess you could say dragons or mermaids, that become allies that you wouldn't expect, and it's got a lot. It's got some humor in it too. Still some humor in there, and it's just a few changes, a few answers from the last book, and I think it's going to be really good. Actually, I think I like it. My children like it because we're working on it together. My daughter, when she reads it, she changes things. She's like, you can't do this if you're going to do that. How did you do this before that? I'm like, oh, my God, just fix it.
That's another thing that's so special is it's a family affair. I mean, your children are involved, your whole family. And again, I think that's amazing. That I think
it's a very big healing process for us.
I was just going to say it's a way for you all to heal. And I think that it's beautiful. And another thing I want to mention that you and I also talked about was that you wanted to do a special dedication in this book for someone very special. So do you want to say about that dedication for the second book? Go ahead.
Well, I really want to thank Blake Shelton, and I'm going to dedicate my book to him and to my daughter, of course. But he really did a wonderful thing for me, and I want to do something good for him. I mean, I can't buy him anything that he can't buy for himself, but I can put him in my book.
Yes.
I can't do that. I will dedicate it to him.
Such an amazing idea, and I understand why, because, again, it's life-changing when someone of his caliber would do something so generous for you. It's just amazing.
Yes.
Again, your book is going to be out, do you think, in a time frame? Will it be out this year or next year?
Well, it's going to be out this year. The target date is August the 9th because that's my daughter Shantae and Sean's birthday. Her and her twin brother birthday is August 9th. So we're going for that. And a few days ago, I couldn't really write. I had a moment. And my daughters were like, okay, Mom, okay, look, here. Come on, sit right here. Let's go.
Yeah.
So they were like, right, come on, start writing. So we're really pushing to get to have it released by August 9th. And as always, my youngest daughter that's doing the illustration won't let me see. I never get to see what the cover's going to look like until the cover's done. Mm-hmm. She won't let me look. So we're working really hard.
That's right. And from your husband to your kids to everybody, it's a family affair, and you guys are doing an amazing job. We're so happy and proud for you. And again, August is hopefully the release of this book, and you're so welcome. Yeah. We are going to be putting this out tomorrow, and if you look in the information area of this podcast, if it's on YouTube, Spreaker, Apple, wherever, look in the information part, and it will have links to the Merdragon and Amazon. It will have all the links to Frankie's accounts. Please follow her. She's an amazing follow. She has grown so fast in numbers. Please get on the ride. She's a great person. We love her to death. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Her book is incredible. And when you get into the story and get into the book, please look at our past go on Jim Jax Media and YouTube especially, and look at some of the past things that we've done for her. It will tell the story in depth again, and just some of the great things that she's done. And we're very excited for Frankie. She has a bright future and a bright present, and we just blessings to her and her family. And thank you so much, Frankie, for telling your story. We know it's not easy, but we know this is going to be another fun book that people are going to be loving.
Well, thank you so much for having me and letting me tell my story. I thank you so much. So very much.
You guys have a great week. We're going to put this out tomorrow. I'm going to get some coffee, and I'm going to make sure that I edit this well, and we'll have this all going. We're going to, if you go on our YouTube page, you're going to see some pictures. Going to be some pictures of Frankie, her family, the book, some of the artwork from her very talented daughter. It's just going to be an amazing thing. So please, wherever you watch it, if you could sneak over to YouTube, again, search Jim Jax Media. It'll have all our videos, but sneak over there and you'll get some great pictures and photos. Thank you again, Frankie. And everyone take care out there. Have a great week, and we'll see you later.
You too.
Thank you, Frank.
Bye-bye.
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 Thank you.